have been dying to get some heat in here. It's too close.
Got something in there?
It's too close. Yeah, you're good.
Got any bats in the cave? Don't lift. Hold right.
Hold on. All right, what are we doing? We got the heater going. We got a heater.
We got a diesel heater.
Diesel heater.
Freestanding.
Encased, half a gallon tank for fuel, just like that.
Diesel
heater.
Really good deal, I think.
This is gonna give us the dry heat.
160 bucks.
It was 160. It was 160.
$159.95.
Yep.
But it'll run. It's got a half gallon.
Your glasses are on your hat.
Half gallon
Diesel fuel.
gas tank.
Which we will end up hooking up to our fuel tank on the bus.
Yeah.
Going.
So this will actually run 17,000 BTUs.
So we drilled 2 holes, one for the intake and one for the exhaust.
As a secondary heat source, since I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but we've had a lot of issues.
That thing is giving us fits.
With the 6-day-old now Big Buddy. Like, it wouldn't start this morning.
Erg.
I didn't change out anything from last night to today, and it wouldn't start, and it's just being a royal pain in my butt. So cut a hole through the subfloor here, the gray stuff you see, and then we cut a hole through the actual bottom of the bus so that the exhaust and the air intake can both stub out through the bottom of the bus. So the exhaust, according to this one, recommends that it is perpendicular to the ground. So it exhausts down to the earth. For some odd reason,
To the road.
we were told to cut a hole through the skirt and exhaust it out, but we're probably not going to do that. So it's a 12-volt system, which is awesome. We don't, however, have solar and our batteries yet. So this power supply is AC to DC. So this will...
It's a reverse.
It's a reverse power supply that converts 110 into 12 volt.
So reverse of an inverter.
Correct.
So does that
It's
make
a
it
converter.
Yeah, there you go. It's a converter.
It's a converter. You can hook up 3 different 12 volt things. So we can put our water pump to this.
Yay!
We can put our diesel heater to this.
Yes.
And we can do
Whatever
LED
else.
lights
I don't
down the
know.
road if we want to wire up LED lights in the ceiling when we get
Right
to that
now
point.
we don't have LED.
Which we don't have. So we have the ability to put one more thing into
Okay,
this.
let's do it. I gotta do
I
something.
want that left right there. You're going to hold these 2 handles.
It's not heavy.
I know. Ouch. Hold on. What's in here?
Actually, yeah. I like to
Come down, 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 down. Oh, stop. Down and down. Hold it. Hold right there. Don't lift. Hold right.
Hold on.
I can't see if you're in the hole if you hold it right there.
That was easier said than done. I was all bent over, leaning out. I had my boot on because of my fractured heel, and I couldn't really hold it very well. Come on, Jim. Be a little patient.
Keep going down, 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 all the way down, all the way.
There it is. That's how small it is.
And I'll caulk some more from the bottom. This is fire caulk, by the way,
That's it.
because there's an exhaust. I'm turning it around for you. One hand, one
You know
hand.
you're on camera.
Yeah, there you go. Fire caulk.
Cover his face.
We caulked around the holes that we put through the bus. Fire caulk because that exhaust line gets hot. So we don't want to have any fires start. So that stuff is rated for chimneys and all kinds of stuff. So now,
I am now gonna splice in the wire from this diesel heater. Jim's gonna be building a box around this, and so I put the wire behind the cabinet where no one can mess with it. It's behind the cabinet, and this is what it looks like right here. So that is the actual cord coming in, and it has 2 wires coming out of it. Let's see if I can show you this. We've got a black cord and a red cord. Now, don't get confused with this, okay? And it's a much, much smaller cord, okay? We get different whatnot cords, not cords, wire, okay? It's called wire. Anyway, we had to get a different kind of wire. This is a 14 gauge, just like the white wire that we had. Now, the difference is that white wire goes to outlets, okay? This goes to usually lights or something small like this. This is a 12 volt, okay? This is a 12 volt system, okay? It runs off of batteries. But because we're connecting it to our shore power, we had to go get some 12 volt wire. That's this right here. It's 14 solid. So what that means is the copper, not in this one. If you look in here, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's not showing you. These are individual copper wires versus the wire we got is solid. It's one solid piece of copper. I like those better. These things fray, and so they're a little cheaper, but they're not as nice. He's out there drilling stuff. We got the 14 gauge solid wire. The sound is Jim outside. I'm not gonna be able to show you that. So we got a white, which I use as neutral, and a red, which I use as hot. They have the red, which is hot, and a black. Don't get this confused, okay? The other electric videos that I have, I am hooking up the outlets to shore power. Very different wire system, okay? So this black is actually the neutral, and this red is the hot, okay? Going to the device, going away from the device. Okay, so that's what we've got. I've got white for the neutral, I've got red for hot. There you go. My 50 amp is red and black are both hot, but that's not the case here. Neutral, hot, no ground. There's a big difference, okay? No ground. So that's what I'm gonna show you. And then I'm gonna take the wires from the converter, not inverter, converter, with this wire that we bought. I'm taking that and I am splicing these together. How am I doing that? I'm doing that with my little wire nut. Ta-da! Then I'm probably gonna use some electrical tape and, you know, make it secure, but. So that is, and then that connects to, I have it ready to be wired into the breaker box. What'd you have to do out there?
I had to secure the exhaust to the side under the bus.
This is what the converter looks like, guys. That's the back of it. This is the front of it. Generator just went off. I am now, yeah. It's so funny, he knocks on the door to see if I know the generator's off. I am right next to the generator. I can hear that it's off. Listen. Quiet. This is the front of it. This is what it looks like right there. So there's our neutral and our hot wire going in from the diesel. It's under the bed. Yeah. We are working with that, okay, the breaker box. And then we are also working with this wire. This is the original wire. This goes from the breaker box, the breaker, 15 amp breaker, to the converter right there. I'm gonna be putting it to the converter on these little, I don't know what they're called. I call them doohickeys, these screws right here. Take the wire, cut the plastic off. I don't want to cut towards my hands. So cut the plastic away from the hands. Okay, cut the plastic, bring that out, right? Push that back. Got a bunch of paper, push that back. There's paper around your ground, push that back. All of this goes back and gets cut off, right? Here. Okay, well, you know, these electricians make it look easy. Black is hot, the white is neutral. This is American. Outlets, then this, sometimes green, but this copper wire is our ground wire, okay? And on this converter, it's super, super simple. You've got L for live, which means hot. You've got N for neutral, and then right here in the middle, the third one over is the ground, okay? That's from the breaker box or the breaker to the converter. Give this power and it will convert it to 12 volt, which is what your batteries run on. That's what your batteries are. Flathead screwdriver, loosening them up so that I can stick the wire straight in there and then tighten it down. That's it. Well, I can kind of see my breath under here. That's what it looks like. We'll stick the wires in underneath those screws. Squeeze it with wire cutters. Pull that extra off, expose the copper. There's no power going to this at all. So I don't risk. Wire goes in, and then I screw it down. And then you guys tug on it, just make sure that it's not loose in any way. But we're not live, we don't have any power going to this. If I had younger eyes, this would be better. Okay, that's in. And the third one is the ground wire. Copper or green is ground. Tighten it down real nice and tight. Down. That's not moving anywhere. Okay. Now, diesel's in, check. And I will be tacking those wires up into the bed frame, into the bathroom. This white wire, this thick wire here, 14-2. Yes! White is neutral, so that goes over here. I've already prepped it. Ground I already put in. This goes right over here. And this is the ground bar that we put in. That's our other two breakers. We have a 20 amp for the fridge and then 15 amp for all of our outlets. This is a 15 amp breaker. I have it in the off position. Okay, now take this breaker. It's a 15 amp, so I'm putting it on the 15 amp side. Okay, it's in. Okay, turn it on. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to yell at you. Jip! And there's the generator. The big test, the big moment. And look. We turned it on. We have power! I know it's really loud. I'm sorry. It echoes down here. Oops. So we are going to hook this converter up onto this part of our bed. This is underneath our bed. And we will hook all the wires up with little tacks. It'll be really great. Tomorrow. We just need to get this in tonight so that we have heat. Dry heat. You guys, we're going to report back to you about how well this works. Because it has been raining in our bus. Propane does not work on the East Coast.
Sounds like like a jet engine going. Oh yeah, it's starting to warm up now. It's getting warmer. It's getting warmer.
Woo, baby! So, we said that we would report back to you about the heater. We've had it for a little over a week. It's been working beautifully. What do you think about it?
It's great. Works like a champ.
Man of many words.
It's been working fantastic.
And it's a much drier heat, right? The ceiling still, we obviously need insulation, okay? We're still gonna get there.
Yeah, insulation's a factor.
So it still has a little bit of moisture, but it's no longer raining and dripping on our heads in the middle of the night. So awesome. Here's where we're gonna sign out. It is already past Thanksgiving. We hope that you had a blessed Thanksgiving. We are visiting family in Nashville, so, you know, we've been enjoying ourselves. Look, we are not in a bus. We are at a beautiful house having a great time. So I hope you've been enjoying your holidays and enjoying the American Thanksgiving holiday. And on to Christmas. Bye for now.
Bye.